stories about sun, moon and stars, and we're starting with stories about the sun. And we're going to continue with the story about the sun, another story about the sun. That story was from which country? Which part of the world? Australia. Australia. Right, we're going to go to India, to one of the smallest countries in the world. This is called Sikkim. And Sikkim has an advantage over other countries because it is the happiest place in the world. Actually, I'll rephrase that. In the world. In fact, people said if trouble came to Sikkim, trouble would only last as long as it took a bird to fly across the sky. Happy country. But one day, the bird of trouble flew over Sikkim, and she didn't fly across the sky. She stayed flying, hovering over Sikkim, and her great dark wings blotted out the sun. So it was dark in Sikkim. It was so dark that everybody thought it was nighttime, and at nighttime, what do you do? Sleep. Everybody went to sleep. And when the bird of trouble flew away from Sikkim, she had been there so long, and had been dark for so long, that even the sun had pulled the clouds around him and fallen fast asleep. Now, you can't stay asleep forever. And the first things to wake up were the birds. And the birds woke up and saw the sun was still asleep, so it was dark. So what would the birds do to wake the sun up? What do you think they could do?
Sing a song.
They could sing a song. That's exactly what they did. They sang a song. Did that wake the sun up? Tell you who it didn't wake up though. Actually, let me just check with the adults in the room. Those children here, do you ever find yourself saying, "What is wrong with you this morning? You were like a bear with a sore head." Yeah? So guess who the birds woke up? The bear. The bear came out of his cave and he had a very sore head. And he looked up and he saw the sun was still asleep and it was still dark. So what did the bear do to wake the sun up? What did they do? He roared. He stood up on his hind legs and he went, "Roar!" That's right. Do you think he woke the sun up? No. He woke up the other animals, and one of the other animals that woke up was an animal that's a little like a hedgehog because he's covered with spikes.
Oh, it's a porcupine.
A porcupine. A porcupine. And this is a porcupine quill, so that's what is in his bag. So he's got covered with those on his back. So Porcupine decided to wake the sun up. So he turned his back on the clouds, he squeezed really hard, and his quills went up into the clouds, up into the sky. And do you think they woke up the sun?
No.
But what goes up must come
Down.
down. Do you know where they landed?
On the porcupine's back?
No. Something far more interesting than that. They landed
On the bed.
on the grown-ups of Sikkim. They woke up and it was raining porcupine quills. They looked up to see where they came from and they saw that it was still dark and the sun was still asleep, so the men knew what to do, because men always know what to do. The men built a huge fire and the flames leapt up into the sky. Did that wake the sun up?
No.
No. So they took their bows and arrows. And they put the arrows in the fire, and then they put the burning arrows into their bows and they fired them. Up into the sky, up to the clouds. Did they wake the sun up?
Yes.
No. So the women of Sikkim watched the men build the fire, they watched them fire the arrows, and the women of Sikkim said, so the women of Sikkim found anything that was metal, They found, what things are made out of metal?
Tin can.
Tin cans,
Iron.
irons, saucepans, pickaxes, saws, windows, not really. Swords, sorry. What? Metal, what about bells? What one? The other thing. So, the women of Sikkim made a lot of noise with all the metal. How did it sound? Did that wake the sun up? No, finish now. Yeah, finished. Finished, give it up. But all that noise woke somebody up who managed to sleep through everything so far. It was the children. And the children woke up and they saw the sun was still asleep, so they decided to play noisy games. What noisy games do you know? Go on, do you know?
Loud tag.
Loud tag. Is that different from any other kind of tag? I've never played quiet tag. Loud tag.
Shout tag instead of just saying it.
Okay, shout tag, yeah?
Clapping games.
Clapping games?
Rock music.
Rock music?
Cops and robbers.
Cops and robbers? Anything else? Go on.
Loud bananas.
Loud bananas? Is this a game that is in your house that none of us know about? This is a local knowledge of the quiet game to know this one. One more.
Who can shout the loudest?
Who shut the house? Right, that's what they did. They played all those games. They played loud tag. Do it! They played rock music. They played, I forgot what else it was. What was yours? I've forgotten now.
Clapping games.
Clapping games. They hot. Oh, lots of noises. Anyway, did that wake the sun up?
No.
No.
The sun's too far away.
Well, you may think that. Let's find out. One person, though, had slept through everything. And it was a little girl who at last woke up when all her friends were playing the games. And when she woke up, she rubbed her eyes, and before she even realised the sun was still asleep, she looked up and saw somebody hanging from a branch. Somebody who woke up with the birds. He flies, but he's not a bird. Someone who likes the dark, and that was the...
Bat. Bat.
Do owls hang from branches?
Bat.
Bat. So, are we on surreal film today? Okay, as long as I know we're on surreal time. Bat again, but this time not big fruit bat. This time tiny little bat. And Bat had seen everything. Bat had seen the birds singing. It's in the bear growling. It's in the porcupine firing squirrels. He's in the men build the fire and shoot their arrows. He's in the women ring all the bells. He's in the children playing games. And he'd never seen anything so funny in his life. So Bat had got a huge bat grin on. But how did Bat sleep? Upside down. So it was an upside. Can you do an upside down grin? Can you also yeah? Sorry, excuse me. No, shh. What? Sorry, what are you doing? Did you laugh? Did you? I think you did. And that is what the little girl did. When she saw the bat with his upside down grin, she went, ah! And her father heard her and said, "Stop it now! Why are you laughing? At a bat! You are laughing at a bat with an upside down." And her mother came and said to her husband, "Why are you laughing? The sun is still asleep. This is look at the bat." Then the neighbours came over, and when the neighbours saw the bat, they started to. And then everybody started to gather under the tree, and as they looked at the bat, they all started to. Eventually, every animal, every bird, every adult, every child in Sikkim was laughing at the bat. And the sun, up in the sky, heard a noise and woke up and pulled back the clouds a little and looked down on Sikkim. And when the sun saw the upside-down smile of the bat, he started to... And as he laughed, the clouds moved away and the sun shone down on Sikkim, and he's never gone away since. So, today we're okay, but if tomorrow it's raining and it's grey outside, how can we make the clouds go away? You laugh. And if the clouds don't go away, then you just need to make the people around you laugh. And maybe the sun will shine on you as it does on Sikkim. And that's the story of the day the sun smiled, and that's how you and I told it.